Hey guys, just a few quick updates here. So slow but surely, finally got the another step done. As you know, I'm offsetting the exhaust underneath the car, and I'm going to run the charge or the discharge of the turbo right along next to it, back up to the turbo in the same tunnel. So I took off the original stock heat shielding, but then of course, two things. I thought, well, the heat shielding, probably do need that, but in order to fit both pipes next to each other, I had to just get those shields out of there. It made a lot more room when I did that. But going back with some shielding, I chose this DEI, Design Engineering Incorporated. It's called Reflect-A-Gold, and it's kind of expensive, especially for what I did. I think ultimately I bought one 24 by 24 square, and then I also bought, I don't know, 2, 4, 6, 7 or so of these 12 by 12s. You can see right there. And so I just replaced wherever the stock heat shielding was, I just put this reflected gold on there. I'll show you that in just a second. It wasn't too hard. You want to clean it real good with some brake cleaner up underneath there, because the dirt and grime and stuff that's been getting on up underneath the car, it will help to for this stuff to seal. It's got real good adhesive anyway, but anything you can do to help that, just take some brake cleaner. Well, you may want to degrease it first, and then maybe some brake cleaner as a follow-up. It's a little bit of a job to do that, but once you get that part done, it's not too bad to put this stuff on. It's got a good adhesive little back on it. You just peel it, stick it, just wherever you have like depressions on the underside of the car, you're going to want to slice it right down the middle so that it doesn't have to form a continuous skin to be effective. So in order to fill in all the little nooks and crannies and to keep it secured for a long time, you're going to want to slit it down the middle and then press it into the little depressions that you find up underneath there. It hasn't got to look pretty. It's underneath the car. It does its job. It says this stuff can refute 850 degrees continuous temperature, so it ought to be good enough to do what you need to do. Underneath the car, there's the gas tank, and that's where the pipe's going to be coming around. So I needed to protect that really well. And then of course, as you follow it on down, it just goes all the way up there, as you can see. And it just goes pretty much where the stock shielding was. Wraps around this corner here, and then comes back up. Of course, the turbo is going to be right here. And then the exhaust pipe's coming in on the driver's side. Charge pipe is going back up to the front on the passenger side. And these are the bushings that I've been wanting to. I had to go to Ace Hardware to get them, but this gives me the space I need, because the way I'm gonna hang this turbo is, again, I went over this before, I'm gonna lay this piece over here, but I had to make sure that when it did that, it would clear the compressor here on the side, and of course it does. So at this point, about right here, is it's going to straight 90 up, and then I'm going to bolt it to the frame of the car. And so I just wanted to show you that portion. This is all going to be cut nice, obviously cleaned up and painted. And kind of overkill is I'm also going to wrap the pipe in DEI's titanium exhaust wrap. Once you do that, they recommend that you seal it. It's called high temp silicone coating. And so you're going to put the wrap on, and it's going to be that color, but then you spray it all over with this silicone temp, and that's going to protect it from moisture and stuff. Of course, this is going to be driven down the road, probably during rain, stuff like that. And it just puts like a seal across the surface of that the wrap, make it last longer. And so those two things hopefully will control heat up underneath, protect the charge pipe from the heat that may be transferred to it since it's riding right next to it, and keep us cool.